going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Hey man, check this out. On this video, I'm going to talk about the dual zone and triple zone sides of the cymbal and just give you a brief overview of what it entails when they talk about that, the dual zone and the triple zones on these cymbals. All right, so right here, right now on this channel, it's about to go down. So, you ready? Here we go. All right, so let's talk about the dual zone cymbals. Now, I have one here. I pulled off the ride cymbal to do this, but I want to talk to you about the dual zone cymbals, which will be crash 1, crash 2, as well as the hi-hat. So when you're playing, you'll notice on your hi-hat, when I was playing that it was, as long as I was hitting here or here, it all sounded exactly the same. That's basically all one zone. Now, I did notice when I was setting mine up that this edge is also the other zone. You can change that edge on the dual zone sides. Now, that's important to note because you can actually change not only the edge sound and make it different, you can actually make it different from here. But now, what you will notice about that also is that it is touch sensitive. So as you play harder, it actually changes in its inflection on some of as you're hitting. So you will notice that too. Now that's also going to depend on how you set up your sensitivity to make sure that you get it right. And I'll fix that and talk about that in a separate video where I spend time with that. Now on the on the triple zone, as it relates to the triple zone or the ride, this is the one that I fell in love with because you get the bell sound, you get your flat edge sound here, and you get the edge sound. Now remember, you can actually change these three sounds just like you do on the dual zone. And that part I really did like because when I played with it to see what you could do, you can literally make it whatever you want. So it's really, really neat. So you got your bell sound, your flat sound, and your edge sound. So you do get all of that and you do get the flexibility. Now, for me recording, because I use a DAW, I also do it in the DAW as well, and I can assign a sound to wherever I want. Actually, in practicing it and testing it all out, and I'll show you to the next video, I turn the edges into like a tom. Don't know why you would do that, but I did it just to see what it would happen or how it would feel. So yeah, it's one of those things you need to know you can do, and you need to do it. So when you first get this is important to know. When you first take it out of the box, it may seem like it's defective. You may come across, what I came across is that it was missing a lot of my hits, and that was because I needed to go ahead and play with the sensitivity and get it set up for my liking and tune it the way I wanted it to be tuned so that it played properly. And also I noticed that right out of the box, a lot of times the edge did not work. So if you're pulling this right out of the box and you're having a problem, be sure to go ahead and get into the utilities and fix this edge thing. And I'll show you guys that in another video where I have time to really dig into it, because I think that's going to be something you're going to want to know. So again, the dual zone and the triple zone on this works. I like it. It works really, really good. And I think you're going to love it too. I can't wait to record my next project with it, because that was something that was missing when I used the SD600. And in my mind, I had to keep remembering not to try to do certain things that you can only do when you have the ability to play the bell or come up with other sounds. So it's one of those things that I'm excited to try out. It'll be featured on my next project when I release that. So yeah, definitely excited about that. Simmons did a good job on getting those things to work properly. And the ability to change them is really, really cool too. So yeah, definitely, if you're picking this up, make sure you take the time to go through the setup so that you don't get frustrated, all right? First things first, make sure you do that first. All right, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, in this video, we talked about the cymbals and all of the different edges and how they work. But in the next video, we're going to get a little bit further in depth, and I'm going to show you guys how all of this can be changed and modified for you to make it work for you. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, make sure you give me a thumbs up, make sure you give me a sub, and make sure you go tell somebody to watch these videos, all right? I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.